Pound it, pound it.
Pound it, pound it. What's up, chat? We are back. It is Conor McGregor, Max Holloway fight week. Yo, Brain Wista. Dropping the 10 on my bird Chista. Let's go. Been loving the streams, Wade. Let's pop this off. Oh, let's pop it off, baby. Let's pop it off, mate.
Tell him, come on.
Get a couple of
Because it's going to be bad.
Bro, just
It's going to be bad, man.
It's going to be bad. If y'all don't pay attention, dude. It's going to be bad. I got to get a Conor McGregor one. I still don't have one for Conor yet. Okay. Folks, today, it's going to be bad. Today, where's gas money? I know, I don't use gas money anymore, man. Nina drama video reaction. You guys want to do a Nina drama video reaction? We'll take a look at some of this. But today, we're going to take a look at all of the things going on in combat sports. Some breaking news. We'll save it for a second. Breaking news in the boxing world. We have some more kind of tidbits that have come out from Conor McGregor this week. And, you know, a little bit of the interviews that weren't necessarily mainstream. In some of these cases, they're pretty interesting. Conor's talking about what Dustin Poirier should be doing, which is kind of hypocritical, but also probably the best source for what Dustin probably needs to hear right now, to be honest with you. You have Conor talking about Ilia Top Toro as well. So some good stuff coming out today. Some good stuff. Nina drama Playboy reaction win. How about never, dude? Never. We are never reacting to that. But yeah, we're going to take a look at all this. There's enough clips from the Nina interview without watching the full interview to get the idea of what was said there. You know what I mean? Is Armin going to get skipped again? We'll see. I don't think Conor's going to come back at 55. I'll be honest with you. Get your balls out. Shut the fuck up and get a job. Oh, geez. Okay. Crazy energy. All right. Let's start off with the breaking news. Folks, there is breaking news in the boxing world as Shakur Stevenson has signed. Whoops, why am I up there? Shakur Stevenson has signed with Zuffa Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. It is official that Shakur Stevenson is with Zuffa. This is, I think, an inevitable move that is going to reshape the entire sport of boxing. I've been telling you guys this 4 months that it's coming. People are asking, is it a good move? Isn't it a good move? The question shouldn't be, is this a good or bad move? The question should be, are you ready for what's about to happen? Because, folks, I'm telling you, the sport of boxing is about to change. It may not be in the next 6 months. It may not be in the next year, but it's coming.
Hey, pound it, pound it.
It's coming. Okay? And part of the reason for it is signings like this from Zuffa. Now, let me break this down for you, okay? First off, this might be the least amount of aura Shakur Stevenson's ever had. They took pictures in his new Zuffa boxing gear, and it is rough looking. I'll be honest, this looks like shit. You got to yell if you're going to do the mouth open thing. To not yell's crazy. Got the veneers showing and everything. No baby oil? Someone help the man. Yeah, that's bland, no seasoning right there. Now, we may watch this interview Shakur gave. I don't really know if you guys care for the interview too much, but this is big news. And it's big news. The gloves are whack. It's big news for a couple of reasons. The press conference for the UFC is in about an hour and a half. We're going to do this first, and then we'll get into it. This is big news because this also happened today. You saw DAZN filling out the pieces of the puzzle for all of the different boxing promotions in the game right now, outside of Zuffa coming together. MF Pro, which you know your boy works on. PBC just signed today. To be honest, I don't even know what the fuck this is. I'm pretty sure that's the movie thing that Clarissa Shields is signed to. Boxer, I didn't even know they had fighters still. Top Rank, Matchroom, Queensberry, and Golden Boy. They're all under the DAZN banner. Okay? I'm going to tell you something. I love working with DAZN, and I think they're doing a great thing for boxing. I don't know if it's going to matter. All right? Just me being honest, I don't know if this right here is going to matter. Because I think this is a signal of the changing of the guard right here. They cannot, DAZN, being honest, compete with the Ring Magazine's funds. Number one, here's another thing too. DAZN has like a 10% interest or invested interest from Sella and Turki Al-Sheikh. So when people are talking about, Ring Magazine versus DAZN, I think it's the wrong way to look at this. And I'm not the only one. This is a great post from Paul Magno. I'm not even sure. Boxing Tribune. He says, this now it's Zuffa versus DAZN talk is downright maddening. It's like wrestling marks arguing over Raw versus SmackDown. People, DAZN and Zuffa are puppets sharing the same strings. And when the contracts are up, the Saudis are going to sweep all those fighters right into Zuffa. That is the real answer as to what's going on here, in my opinion. You don't have to like it. You don't even have to believe it. But I'm telling you something. This is absolutely going to happen. This is coming. You are going to see Ryan Garcia, David Benavidez, probably before the next announcement will be this guy right here, Devin Haney. All these guys are about to go at some point to where the money is. And I told you this months and months and months ago. The money will speak. Do you think Shakur Stevens gives a flying fuck about one of the 4 sanctioning body belts that he has to get to hold or whatever? Do you think he cares? Do you think that most of these fighters value that green belt over the green money in their pockets? The answer is absolutely no. They don't care if it's the WBO, the WBA, the IBF, the WBC. They don't care. They care about how much green goes in their pockets. And again, I'm not going to hate on them for it because ultimately we want to see the best fight the best. What's going to make that happen? It's not sanctioning bodies, and quite frankly, it's not belts. It will be all of them getting paid a shit ton of money, but under one roof, or at least under one contractual ability to fight each other. Not this promoter, that promoter, this promoter. They're all coming to Zuffa at some point. I'm telling you, this is going to happen. Mark my words. I said it a year ago when this thing started. I'm going to say it again. It's a matter of when, not if. I think Devin Haney's the next domino piece to fall, by the way. However you want to put that. But I think Devin Haney, whether he signs fully to Zuffa or signs to Turki Al-Sheikh, he's going to fight, I think, Shakur Stevens next. I think that's the next fight. I think it's going to happen under the Zuffa banner. It'll probably be on one of those Ring Magazine Netflix cards. I think the next thing you're going to see is Oscar De La Hoya. By the way, Oscar De La Hoya is out here doing clapback Thursday saying Ryan Garcia can't fight Conor Benn. Oscar De La Hoya don't have a fucking say in the matter. Ryan Garcia signed to Turki Al-Sheikh. They've signed the rights over for his next fight to Turki Al-Sheikh. It doesn't matter what Oscar thinks. Now, whether they do it on DAZN or somewhere else, that's a different subject, but Oscar doesn't have that decision to make. So when Ryan fights out his contract with Golden Boy, where do you think he's going to go? You guys, if you're boxing fans in this chat, we're going to get to the MMA talk in a second, but if you're boxing fans in this chat, I need you to understand there is a changing of the guard happen. DAZN this is a great thing for DAZN, getting all these promoters to work together. But eventually, this is the way I see it, and I'm not trying to my opinion is my own. Someone in chat said, Wade, when are you signing your Zuffa deal? This is not like I work with DAZN. I work with MF Pro. I work with some of these other people. But I'm just going to tell you the truth. I think it's a matter of time before all these fighters start getting picked off. Emiliano, gone. Some of these younger fighters, maybe, I don't know, at Queensberry, they seem to have a nice stable. Ryan, gone. It'll be a matter of time before I think Benavidez goes, before Rolly goes. Benavidez says no one wants a Zuffa belt, but it isn't about the Zuffa belt. You guys are missing the point. It's about the money that Ring Magazine, by proxy of Zuffa, offers. It may not be, like I said, this year, but eventually the names that are with DAZN and the names that are with Zuffa are going to be under the same roof. It's happening. Right in front of your eyes. It's happening. So stay tuned. I think this is a bigger story than we're being led to believe here. Here's Eddie Hearn talking about it a couple of months ago, how not only Shakur was going to Zuffa, but Devin Haney is as well.
Low level, right? Now, I know you want to sign Shakur but signing guys like Shakur and Haney, that doesn't actually mean anything.
Is that 100%? I know you were the one that kind of broke the news.
I think so, yeah. I think, again, the problem is with these contracts they want you to sign, they're not traditional contracts. So you've got incredible lawyers like John Horner for Devin Haney or Josh Dubin for Shakur, who look at these contracts and go, what? You want me to sign that? But obviously the money's incredible. So
someone said Misfits will kill Zuffa, trust. Hey, listen, MF Pro, I'm excited for what they're doing. My point is, and you hear Eddie Hearn say it right there, these fighters are going to value the money they get more than anything else, and they should. It's their careers. They're putting their lives on the line. They absolutely should. Loyalty will matter, and there will be some of these fighters that stay on. But we're not talking about the Zuffa belt. By the way, what you guys aren't realizing is the collective sharehold owner of Zuffa is the Ring Magazine. Do you think that Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney and these guys that are coming over are going to sign to fight for the Zuffa belt? No. They're going to sign so they get the crazy bag and they get the freedom to fight these other guys under the Ring Magazine belt, which isn't officially it's not officially a commission belt, but it is the belt that honors the baddest man in the division. So if you make all the biggest fights in the division, you make the best versus the best, and you find out who the best is, you put that Ring Magazine belt on the line, all of a sudden your belt does mean more than everybody else's. And that is the lineal belt. So what do the sanctioning bodies even offer at that point? Remember, I told you so. Now, again, I'm not Socrates here. I think everybody kind of sees the way the wind's blowing on this thing, but like I said, it'll be very interesting. The big hang up right now is for some of these fighters, like Ryan Garcia, who is exclusive to DAZN, like AJ, who's exclusive here. How does that work, right? How does it work where these guys are with Zuffa or Paramount Plus fighters, or they're Netflix fighters, right? Whose, broadcast partner gets more upset first, or who can't be quelled? Because really, Paramount Plus is going to make their bag with the UFC, right? Zuffa Boxing's not really somewhere where Paramount, I'm thinking, is thinking, oh yeah, we're going to get a crazy ROI here. They're probably thinking we're going to get our return on investment from the UFC, and then maybe they get a bone thrown to them here and there. But DAZN, I think, for sure needs these big names to stay on their platform far more. Far more. But I just think that's the way the wind's blowing with this thing, man. Everybody in boxing right now is upset about this, and I understand why. But you're talking about American boxing, really, specifically, with some of these names, and they haven't had a well-established home in the United States. And it looks like Zuffa's going to provide one. Are the Zuffa fighters allowed to fight non-Zuffa fighters? Yeah, apparently. So, again, the way the Zuffa, thing works is a little bit it's a little bit confusing because you think, okay, well, Zuffa means they're going to fight on those smaller shows because that's where all the underneath Zuffa guys fight. But you're probably not going to see Shakur Stevenson fighting on a Zuffa card in the Apex or whatever. Same with Devin Haney when he signs. You're not going to see that, right? And Jai Opetaia probably not going to do many of those, many more of those anyway. You're going to see them, I would assume, on these Netflix cards, right? They're probably going to try to make Joshua Tyson Fury a Netflix card. You could probably see Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney in a co-main event there, right? This Ryan Garcia and Conor Ben card. You're probably going to see that as a main event and then somebody underneath that. These are the way I think they're going to treat these big-name superstars who are given a shit ton of money to on these Netflix cards, and then maybe they transfer them over to Paramount. I don't know. But press already in 10 minutes. What? No. The press conference is at 7 o'clock. It's in an hour. It seems a little wishy-washy. No, I mean, it may seem confusing, but trust me, I'm telling you, this is being done very strategically. I think people, and Eddie Hearn is like kind of dismissed it as, you know, like, oh, that's not happening. That's not happening. Yeah, the press conference is at 7 p.m. What do you mean 11? Dude, it's 6 o'clock. Russia time. What the fuck? I think there's a lot of boxing that's being very dismissive of Zuffa, and they have been for a while talking about, and you heard Eddie there say it, well, it doesn't really matter if you sign Shakur and Devin. Well, yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does. Because now you're seeing Dana and Turkey kind of say, well, it's not just going to be Zuffa fighters fighting Zuffa fighters. By the way, Gervonta Davis is up for grabs right now. From what I heard, he's not a part of the PBC DAZN deal. That's a huge thing. Here's 2 pounds. Pipe down, Plem Dog. Won't tell you again. I'm actually shaking. Thank you for the 2. I'm telling you, this is a big deal, man. Especially if Devin Haney signs and this becomes the fight, not because they're big name draws necessarily, but they're the best fighting the best and doing it on a platform that didn't exist damn near a year ago. You know what I'm saying? If Gervonta's fighting anytime soon, I don't think it's a coincidence that Gervonta's name's being thrown around more and more in the last month. I think he will fight this year. Maybe at the start of next year. So, you could see, honestly, with this move, people have gotten the wrong idea. Again, they think that Shakur's going to fight on these small Zuffa cards and he's going to fight Rayo or all these, smaller names. That's not going to happen. What's going to happen is Turki Al-Sheikh is going to say, I'm funding the fucking bill on this, and all you promoters that signed your fighters over to me for these Ring Magazine shows a couple of years ago, I still got 1 or 2 fights left for them, so y'all are going to have to do what I say, which is crazy work. He's going to be literally, like I said, playing with strings here. You are going to let your fighter fight on this show on Netflix against one of our Zuffa fighters, and it is going to be Zuffa promoted. And then when those fights happen and fighters come to the end of their deals, Turkey's going to go, okay, well, that was good, but now we want to talk to you directly. We don't want to talk to Eddie. We don't want to talk to Oscar. We don't want to talk to Frank. We don't want to talk to those guys. Bob Arum. No. Come talk to us. And I would say a majority of them, not everyone, but a majority of these fighters are going to take deals that are just unable to be matched money-wise. Do I think it's good for boxing? That's the age-old question. I'm sure it's good for the individual fighters that get these deals. I'm sure there's, you can't convince me that Shakur Stevenson took a deal where he was going to be wearing this bland-ass gear. Not to say this will be what he wears, but you know what I'm saying? For anything less than life-changing money. Right? So I think this is a good deal for Shakur Stevenson. Will it be good for the totality of fighters in the sport 20 years from now? I don't know. I don't know how the pay structure is going to look, especially if they get around the Muhammad Ali Act here in America. But I know for fans of boxing or for potential American boxing fans, this would probably be a good move. People don't like when I say it, but like, look at the UFC and the way they've had success. They've essentially forced the best to fight the best. And they've done it under one league format. And if you start to sign everybody away, and all these promoters that their big names leave, not saying that's what's going to happen immediately, but just, I'm telling you, I think this is the way the wind's blowing here. At some point, you're going to become the ipso facto league of boxing. When people say boxing, they will think of that one thing where all the fighters are. And when that happens, it's over. It's over, dude. So, this is massive. To me, when I look at this is massive for Zuffa. I heard it was coming, but for them to actually get the pound for pound number 1 or 2, honestly, to me, I think he's that good. And Shakur Stevenson, this is a big deal. Big deal. Now, for the rest of boxing journalists and boxing media that are questioning this, it's just like, brother, I don't know what to tell you. Boxing did it to itself. For all the people that are going to get upset with this and talk about how they're going to monopolize the sport of boxing, boxing's, this is not good for the fighters, all this. You did it to yourself. You got fat on the fucking hog. You sat here and let the sport essentially spin in circles for the last 20 years. And then when you finally pulled your head out of the mud, people were moving and shaking already. It was too late. I don't know what to tell you guys. You can be upset with it. You can be upset with, the potential for the Ali Act to go away, but you did it to yourself. And honestly, I think that boxing deserves to have a little fucking humble pie. I think they need to eat a little crow. But far too long, I've seen this sport operated terribly. And Turki Al-Sheikh in a couple of years comes in and takes the damn sport over. Y'all did it. Y'all did it to yourself. So, you little snake in the grass, huh?
Hey, pound it.
Exactly. The people that are upset right now, because listen, everybody wants the fighters to make the most money possible, and this is all really what people are upset about is this idea of a monopoly in combat sports, a monopoly to where fighters get fucked, right? This is always a difficult discussion, but it's one that I think that no one really talks about. I've heard MMA Guru talking about it, fair play to him. But ultimately, fans are going to have to decide on what they care about more, which is the matchups they want to see, or not fight or pay, but like negotiations. That's ultimately what you're going to have to decide on matters more to you. And everybody can say, we want fight or pay, but if no one's fighting because they're all holding out for better deals or whatever else, then what's the point of the sport? You know what I'm saying? That's the way it's going to happen to me. Like, people are they're gonna do the very, I don't want to call it virtue signaling, but they're gonna do the very righteous. How dare they? They'll be the same people in a couple of years talking about how good these shows look and how good these matchups are. And I can't believe we finally get these fights consistently. Like, we get best versus best in boxing right now, mainly because of Turki Al-Sheikh and the money coming in. But we won't get it as consistently as I think we're about to get it if Zuffa does indeed take the sport over. So that's what I think. But breaking news, like I said, Shakur Stevenson has signed with Zuffa Boxing. I think he's the first of many big name dominoes, because Zuffa's had a bunch of names, but this is the first big name. This is the first mega signing for them. I think he's the first of many. Watch what happens in the next 6 months, and then we'll talk about who's taking over the sport. You don't have to like it. You don't have to love it. You don't have to agree with it. It's just the fact of the matter. Boxing did this to itself, and now, good luck trying to reverse it. Anyway, what happens in the sport, what happens with Zuffa Boxing, don't have those answers, but I guess we'll find out. Boom. Yeah, Tyson Fury, he's not necessarily, again, with Zuffa, but he's like with Turki Al-Sheikh, so it's kind of the same thing. But both can be true at the same time. I agree. That's what I'm saying. You're going to have to decide what it is you value more. Yeah, press conference in 1 hour, guys. The UFC shows are awesome, and when they get it right, they get it right, and they have this consistent, like, It also, because the UFC operates in a league system, we don't care as much about wins and losses. Like, we care, but it doesn't ruin your career if you have a couple of losses. I think that benefit will come back to boxing if we do have like a structure and more of the best fighting the best. But at the same time, I think we all agree that because these things are happening and Zuffa is probably going to take over the sport, eliminate the Ali Act, that means fighters in the long run are probably going to have their pays cut. And that just is what it is. No, it's at 10 p.m. Eastern, not 11. Do you think Zuffa will overtake the usual boxing organizations, and would it not take a few years to do all that? Zuffa will overtake, I think, most of the American promotions very quickly. Top Rank, Golden Boy, PBC, I think they're going to overtake them very quickly. Now, Matchroom, Queensberry, MF Pro, like everybody that's out in the UK, that's going to take a little longer, and I don't know that they can physically, like, actually do that in a short time frame. But we'll see. I'm not sure why this one guy keeps getting banned. I'm not sure why Nightbot is doing that. But I agree with Gaddafi there. Zuffa doesn't have difficult competition. Not in the U.S., they don't. Yeah, I heard about Israel Adesanya leaving MF Pro. You can say, or not MF Pro, City Kickboxing. You can laugh at MF Pro, but it's essentially Wasserman Boxing. It's essentially Wasserman, and Wasserman has a great track record in the UK and in Europe. So that's another difficult one to handle. Did you see Pereira wants to return at MSG, 265 pounds? What do you mean 265 pounds? Are you trying to tell me Alex Pereira thinks he needs to be heavier than he was in the Ciryl Gane fight? That's stupid. That's actually dumb. But yeah, I did hear he wants to come back in November. I'll be honest, I want to see better product more. We're still talking about multimillionaires here. I hope they can make a union or something else, though. I want to see the better product more. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. As much as we care about fighter pay, do you want to see a good fighting show? Do you want to see best versus best? And yeah, we can hope for the union, which again is essentially the reason the Ali Act is created, not for unions, but for fighter protection. But if guys are going to sign and they're going to be under those multi-fight deals, it is what it is. Foot cam, no. Thank you for the 2, though. Crazy. Alex isn't a good heavyweight. He's not, well, we don't know if he's a good heavyweight or not yet. Like, Ciryl Gane is a better heavyweight than a lot of people want to give him credit for, still, for whatever reason. But Pereira made I think, crucial miscalculation in moving up to heavyweight. Not that he moved up to heavyweight, but that he moved up and gained a fuck ton of weight, which was detrimental to what he does best. Like, he was still going to hit hard. He was still going to crack. He was still going to be someone that could put you down with a right hand or a left hook. He did not need to gain 30 pounds to do that. Rocky Cam? No, Rocky's outside. So I never understood the idea behind, like, let's put on a shit ton of weight, make myself slower, less explosive in front of the best athlete he's ever fought against to come up and get knocked out. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Like, he was putting on weight, so like what? Ciryl Gane couldn't punch him in his fucking caboose? Couldn't tap that ass because he had a freaking bunda on him? Like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? Ciryl Gane, the most athletic heavyweight ever in the UFC? Brock Lesnar is in that conversation. Brock Lesnar actually played a couple of different, like, sports. Like, I've seen Ciryl Gane jump really high, windmill dunk, all that, and do like 2 different combat sports. But Brock Lesnar was one cut away from making the Minnesota Vikings football team. Yeah, Josh Hokett is a 2-sport All-American. Gable Stevenson, it's, I don't know. Yeah, Kevin Randleman. Come on now. Is Hokett main event MSG? If Hokit main events MSG, what a crazy one-year rise. Dude, him and Pereira main event MSG, I need it. I need it. And by the way, I'm picking Hokit if they fight. I'm picking Josh Hokit if they fight. Told you guys that a while ago. Greg Hardy, most athletic? I mean, true. He was an NFL All-Pro. But I think we're talking about great in multiple different sports. You know, Greg was great in football. He wasn't great in fighting. Okay, let's take a look at some of these clips that came out from the Conor McGregor interview circuit over the last day. Also, what did you guys think? Just for anybody that wasn't in here yesterday, how much Shakur getting? I don't think it's out there. People are saying $100 million. I don't know about that, but I mean, if Conor Ben gets 15 mil per fight, which who knows if that was really the deal, Shakur is probably getting 10 mil a fight at least, right? At least. Why would Pereira and Hokit main event MSG without a title? I don't know. Best-selling card they can make, maybe? I don't know. Wade's favorite rapper is KSI. Not true. Thank you for the 2. KSI is apparently in my city, and no one checked in with me. That's not how you move on the West Coast. When you come to the West Coast, whether it's LA or Orange County, you got to check in with my goons. Like, I run this shit. You got to check in with me.
Tell him, come on,
Or else.
because it's gonna be bad,
Bro, just
it's gonna be bad, man.
Or else, dude. I'm just saying. Don't fuck with me in these streets. What time is presser? We got about 55 minutes. Am I allowed on the West Coast? Yes, FJ, you're valid, dude. You're valid. All right, let's take a look at some of these clips from yesterday with Conor. Here he is doing whatever Conor does.
Hallelujah.
Turkey, you are not allowed. No. You are banned, actually. I'm the Dark Emperor of Orange County. Yep. This is Conor swinging his hands around like a psycho yesterday.
Balls, yeah, that's a start. First of all, leave with your balls, yeah, that's a start.
The balls?
Leave with your balls.
Like,
Conor's teaching Nina how to do the Billy strut. Lead with your balls, mate. You don't have balls? Lead with them anyway.
I don't have balls, so they're
Yeah,
phantom balls.
Ovaries.
Okay.
Leave your
Lead with your ovaries is crazy.
ovaries.
We can't wait to have you back.
And likewise, we are a unit, and business is booming. I'm gonna showcase.
Did someone do that? No shot. No shot someone was doing that while he was... This has got to be a Happy Punch edit. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I'm gonna showcase my worth here again on Saturday night. It feels so good. I feel it down to my toes. Very happy. Very, very happy.
Dude, he's legit built like a gorilla. He's legit built like a vanilla gorilla, dude. I'm sorry. He is. Look at his arms. Long-ass, lanky arms, dude. Plow. AB or Poirier, better drinker all time? I mean, AB is clearly the better drinker. Somehow he's like a functional alcoholic. Somehow, some way. I did see that him and Dean are like training together right now and doing a 45-day locked-in stream. So good for them. I hope that he stays away from that fucking alcohol, both of them. Because I'd love to see AB have some sort of redemption arc, dude. I don't know. You got to fight Blair Cobb again.
Preparations went well. Meticulous.
What is this stance? In what way is this the stance for your picture? What is this? It's not even his fight stance.
Very detailed. We know this boy very, very well. I'm excited to contort his body and do damage.
Oh, you do like this? Bye.
Thank you, boys. God bless you. Thank you. See you soon.
Oh, my goodness. Nina looks like a wet noodle, bro. That's not karate stance. That's like little brother in the middle of the kitchen showing his mom how to fucking power up like Dragon Ball Z stance. Conor versus Till for the gorilla belt? True. All right, here is Conor talking with Nina about the alien invasion that he predicts happening. Don't turn into male Nina? What would be the version of me that would be male Nina? How could I turn into that? Someone explain that to me. How would I be the male Nina? I'd have to, like, talk about just absolute nonsense, get on OnlyFans, and swing around the peen, I guess? I don't know. Balls out in the interviews? Yeah, I was going to say, what do you mean? One of the two.
Alien invasion. You believe in them?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, I do.
You ever meet them?
Probably.
Probably, right?
Probably. I tell you why, right?
Yeah.
That God says we are his greatest creation on earth.
Really?
You know, we're not the only one. So
There's
I
others.
100% believe in aliens, for sure. In fact, I actually spend my evening staring at stars, waiting for it to move, thinking it's gonna go. So I well believe. You believe in? Do you believe
Of course,
in? Yeah.
I've seen them.
Have you seen them?
2 or 3 fighters that you would want on your team to fight aliens.
Oh, that's a good question.
My team, the boys, all the lads, look at this outfit, we roll heavy, baby. The aliens don't stand a fucking chance. Behave yourself, aliens. With that Mac Daddy.
Alien invasion. You believe in them?
Behave yourselves, aliens. He speaks like he's high. Dude, he's drinking his Mac Energy, dog. Don't ever disrespect. Yeah, dude. If I had 3 fighters to defend me in an alien invasion, let's think about this. One would probably be... I need somebody to communicate with them, right? So I'm thinking either Bryce Mitchell or Raul Rosas with the Chihuihuis. One of those two, because the brain cells. I think the aliens would find either Bryce Mitchell or Raul Rosas just dumb enough or just stupid enough to, like, try to probe them and think about, like, how does that thing operate like another human because they're so stupid. That would be number one. We would sacrifice that one, right? Like, you're gone. Number 2, I got to have some muscle in case that doesn't work. In case that doesn't work, I got to have some muscle. So I'm going Brock Lesnar. And we're not talking about fighting technique here. We're talking about just pure aggression. Vanderlei, yeah, he would be pure aggression. I was going to say Francis. Yeah, Francis Ngannou and Brock Lesnar to defend me from the aliens while I sacrifice Bryce Mitchell or Raul Rosas for, like, science, I think. I think those two. That's my answer. Apparently, a lot of people said Conor. I think that the aliens might be a little bit too big for Conor. Tito Ortiz's bait. That's true. Yeah, replace Bryce and Raul and just put Tito out there. They may take Tito Ortiz and leave Earth. If they find out Tito Ortiz is here, that's the unicorn they've been looking for. That's the dumbest man that's ever lived. That is walking CTE. They're going to take him and they'll just ascend. They'll have every bit of information they need on the human race right there, dude. Either that or they see Tito and they bomb us and we all die because they're like, the humans have no chance. We gave them X amount of years, thousands of years to develop, and this is what they came up with. That's probably that's the risk in trying to play the, like, here, use this for science thing, because they see Tito and, like, oh, bro, you guys, no, we have to restart. We have to restart, dude. We have to restart. Opinions on the cigar smoking from Conor. He's not actually smoking right now. He's holding a cigar, but he's not smoking it. Here's Conor saying that the Lamborghini yacht was the dumbest purchase he made.
What do you think's, like, the craziest thing you've ever manifested that
Mac-Daddy.
nobody would believe?
The very
Said
first
Tony?
Lamborghini yacht ever made.
Tony's
Can
one
you
of
tell-
them.
That.
Okay, hold on.
Still have them yachts. Both of my yachts are in Mallorca.
The Lambo yacht.
Yeah, and it's a serious bus.
It's beautiful. I've seen it.
It's the supercar of the sea. Oh, you're doing laps around there. Handbrakes. I done nose throwers in the Lamborghini yacht.
I was gonna ask you if you thought your
Nose trollers?
Lambo yacht was like an asset or a liability, but if you still
now
have it.
talk to me, accountant. Talk to me, accountant, yeah. It's a bit of fun. I'll have a buzz at it, and, you know, there you go. I'll be smart. I'll be smart with it. Things are going well, thank God.
What do you think is maybe the dumbest thing you've ever purchased?
Probably that. Because I already had one. So I have the house that I live on.
Yeah. What, you live on
Well,
it?
it's a triple deck, 120
Oh,
foot, so
yeah.
triple deck. So we've got 5 or 6 beds in it. Big.
I didn't realize he had 2 yachts, dude. I didn't realize Conor had 2 yachts. I thought the Lamborghini yacht was the one that he lived on or whatever. That's fucking crazy, bro. Yeah, Conor's got too much money. You got 2 yachts, and the Lambo yacht probably costs more than the other one. Bruh. Someone said, do you think they smashed after the interview? All right, bro, listen. I've met Nina. She seems like a nice girl. She's not smashing everybody that she freaking interviews, dude. Now, she smashed some people she's interviewed. That I can't answer. But she's not smashing everybody she's interviewed. The Lambo yacht's $100K a month to up. Oh, my Lord.
3 floors on the thing.
Yeah.
I seen the ads coming out for the Lambo, so I put in down a down payment. And I was like, oh, shit. I was reckless with my money. A lot of reckless spending, for sure. I'm grown now, and I'm being smart with it.
Whereas before you just spend that shit. Spend that shit.
Song that.
It's a good song, right?
Yeah, it is a good song.
Oh, God. Wade definitely... Okay. Nope, that didn't happen. All right, so here's Conor
If you had a piece of advice
on one of the worst recorded videos maybe I've ever seen in my life. This was on Chael and Ian Parker's show. I don't even know. Shout out to those guys. They actually get Conor on more than anybody somehow. But holy shit, this was terrible quality. Here is Conor talking about Dustin Poirier and what should happen with him.
If you had a piece of advice for your old nemesis, Dustin Poirier, who's been in the media now, he got caught drunk on a video, what would you tell Dustin?
You know, the old karma is a mirror. It's not good to see. If I was to say something to him, I would say, take this with absolute seriousness. There's people, it was funny, it's this, I like him more. And you start laughing about, maybe it wasn't so bad. Maybe I'll keep going. And then the next one's worse. And then you slip deeper and deeper. For him to retire and then go on steroids for no reason, I found that stupid. And then also even his body didn't look any different, which has me, alarm bells went off on my thought. You don't want to slip further and further. He obviously has to take accountability. I seen something, he came out and he was like his father, he blamed his father. You have to take accountability, my man, that's it. I'm not going to go deeper. I don't want to go into it. It's not my business, you know. And for the sake of his family and his children and his new child born, I hope he comes right.
If you had a piece of...
Jeez. Okay. Listen, that's some real talk from Conor. I'll be honest. Number one, it's probably, honestly, it probably is the right messenger because Conor has done a bunch of terrible stuff. So he's probably coming from experience there being like, bro, you better nip this in the bud now or it's going to get worse. The real press conference will be on the UFC's channel, boss. So I don't know why you're coming in here and asking me what time it starts. Look for yourself. It's very easy. But do you see him kind of blending the like, oh, I feel bad for Dustin, but not really, have some self-accountability. And also, he kind of accuses Dustin Poirier of being on steroids throughout his fighting career in the middle of it. He's like, yeah, he got on steroids for no reason after he stopped fighting, and he didn't look any different. So he's essentially like, yeah, Dustin's always been on steroids. That's kind of crazy. I think Conor is definitely trying to angle for another fight between them or like at least leave the door open there. Like I like his advice. Like, yeah, Dustin blaming his father. He wasn't really blaming his father. He was just saying, my father has alcohol addiction issues. But I agree. He needs to take accountability. He needs to take it seriously because Conor has been down that road. But also, you had to get a jab or two in there, right? Talking about how Dustin's probably definitely on steroids and always has been, I guess. And then he said, karma's a mirror? So he's like essentially wishing it on Dustin. Damn. So, yeah, that's pretty insightful, I think, though. And Conor, like I said, he's been there. So probably may not seem like the right messenger, but definitely is. To me, anyway. Ilya talked entertained, moving up. So if Conor wins, imagine them at 170 or 155 fighting in a stadium. It wouldn't be at 155, but Ilya at 170, I think, is way too big a move. But it may happen. You know what I'm saying? It may happen. So don't be surprised if that fight actually gets made. Whatever it's going to be, Conor's not coming back to 55, I don't think. I don't think there's a possibility that he comes back to 55. Even for a belt against Justin Gaethje, he's not doing that, to me. Because the belt doesn't mean as much to Conor as the weight does. And he wants that third belt at 170. Someone mentioned earlier about him and Justin Gaethje for the BMF belt at 170. And I'm like, can we just retire the BMF belt? Can we just retire it? Let's just do Conor against whoever at 70. And if he happens to fight enough to get a chance at the belt, then do the belt then. Wade injects directly into the turd cutter. Thanks, dude. Thanks. Wade, put some respect on Nate Diaz's name. You said it was a bad loss for Conor. I didn't say it was a bad loss. I said it wasn't. I said it wasn't one of his better losses. Yes, it was 145 to 170, and it was a late notice fight. But it wasn't like as well aging of a loss as the Khabib loss, is what I meant. I didn't mean like bad as in like, God, Nate's terrible. You can't stream the presser anyway. I'm just going to react with you guys. I'm not going to show it on my channel, no. Because, yeah, copyright. But we'll do a video after talking about it as well. Apparently, BMF champs get paid like real champs, so it's a good thing. I mean, I guess, but we don't. The BMF belt means nothing. It gets passed around more than a floozy on a Friday night at 2 a.m. when everyone's drunk and no one's left at the bar, dude. We don't care. I know it was oddly specific. I've never been in that situation. But we don't care. I don't want to see the BMF belt anymore. I don't care that Charles has it. Just get it away. Because the problem is, if you're doing the BMF once a year, then the BMF champ has to defend it once a year. And if they lose it, and the guy that does have it is like, wins it in just like a normal way, then it kind of dies. The aura kind of dies, dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Just can't do it. You can watch the presser on the YouTube, the UFC's YouTube channel, guys. My guy Taylor, Knicks world champions, and we get Conor in 2026. What a year, baby. Yo, Zeke, appreciate you, man. OG of the channel with the $20 coming through. Hey, pound it.
Hey, pound it.
Appreciate that, Zeke, man. Legend. Weight is chopped. It's a good thing that I'm not trying to look nice for Trent Owens 20, dude. Thank goodness I got the dime piece in the other room that thinks I look amazing. Thank the Lord save me. Lord save me. Did I watch Mbappe today? I watched his goal. I didn't watch the whole game. I saw it was kind of slow in the first half, and I was like, eh. And then I came back and saw he scored. What's this from Justin Gaethje? Says Ilia Topuria would beat Paddy Pimblett 97 out of 100 times. Let's see this.
The better fight, Ilia or Paddy? Having fought both men, which fight would you say is more challenging?
Well, I mean, Ilia is one of the best in the world. I mean, he is one of the most dangerous fighters that there is, and he's a lot more dangerous than Paddy Pimblett. However, Paddy Pimblett is goofy. You know, he's got a funky style, and not goofy in a bad way. Yeah. Not at all. You know, being goofy is such an asset in there. He's really hard to hit. He's really long. You know, he moves in weird angles and at different times, and so that throws you off. You know, and that's why he has success, and that's why guys like Sean Strickland have success, and guys like Dricus Du Plessis have success, because their timing is just different and funky, and you know, having a funky style is hard to figure out the first time you're fighting somebody, and so. Yeah, I mean, it's just that.
No reason for Justin to be even holding that microphone. He's not holding it anywhere near his face.
I think Ilia is way more dangerous. I think fighting's crazy. I think, you know, in my mind, I think 97 out of 100 times, Ilia beats him up.
Okay.
Lord have mercy. When Justin gets done fighting, man, that brain is not going to... he's going to have the Chuck Liddell brain after he's done. It's already bad. I want to see, was there any more of that interview where he talks about Conor potentially? Because he's been saying he's coming to the show. So I'm very interested. Dustin I don't know why I'm laughing. Dustin Poirier reveals he is 17 days sober since the airport incident on June 21st. That's good. That's good for Dustin. I'm sure the comments are going to understand. Counting days got to make it worse. Yeah. I feel like it was last week. So we should celebrate his sobriety. What the fuck is wrong? So what? Of course you should celebrate it, dude. Hey,
Pound it, pound it.
Found it, dude. 17 days in for Dustin. Good for him, man. Genuinely, I hope he does find sobriety. We want to see that. Yes, 30 minutes until the press conference starts. I'm so pumped, dude. We need you calling a UFC fight in the future. Dude, I just want to be on one of Rogan's fight companions. Fuck being there and calling the fights live at the venue. Just get me on a permanent member of Rogan's fight companions, and I'm set for life, dog. Just put me on those, and Rogan retire from commentary and just do fight companions, and I'd be set. That'd be sick, dude. The Mac is back. You guys can watch the actual presser on the UFC's YouTube channel. Why don't I stream Fight Week on Kick? What do you mean, stream Fight Week? Stream me just sitting here? On Kick? I'm already streaming on YouTube. What's the point? Wadington, I just popped a tire. Buddy, pull over. Don't be typing that shit while you're driving. Are you crazy? All right, what else is happening from Fight Week? Someone said Benoit Saint Denis had staff. Don't play with me like that. Oh, here is Israel Adesanya. Conor can't talk trash to Max. Why can't he? Why am I not at Streamer U? No invite, dude. 2 unk status. You got a fishbowl. This is what you think a fishbowl is? That's a mason jar, buddy. BSD doesn't shower, so it makes sense. Okay. Let's take a look at this. This is Israel Adesanya saying that he is done with city kickboxing. That's pretty interesting. Let's take a look.
I spoke to Eugene face to face, and I told him I am not coming back to CKB. This was something a long time coming behind the scenes, and we have an understanding. Yeah, I won't lie. It sucks. Not anymore. Grief comes in waves for me. For most people, I've grieved before, so it comes in waves. And I've had great days, but also these days where I'm like, and it's yeah, like I said, it's a long time coming. I just want to get it out the way, just because I want you to hear from the horse's mouth, because no one else has spoken about it. And I guess those who know are waiting for the ball to drop, so I dropped the ball.
Why can't he's so cringe sometimes. Why can't he just say what you're saying? Yeah, I guess people were waiting for the ball to drop, so I'm going to drop the ball. All right, dude.
Yeah, it's bittersweet.
Golly.
But it's the right thing for me, you know? Especially where I'm at in my career. It's exactly what I needed. Insanity is doing the same shit and expecting a different result. You know, so I think that's it. I just don't want to talk about it. It's something, like I said, it sucks.
Really can't
I want
help
to grieve
it,
in peace. People want to bring it up. That's cool. But don't ask me about it. I don't even do interviews anyway, so no one's going to ask me shit. 2009 is when I first went to CKB. Well, 2010 is when I moved over and I established myself in Auckland to train at CKB. And CKB made me into the fighter that I am today. They've trained a lot of great fighters, greats, even better than myself. But me as an individual, CKB made me into the fighter that I am today. But also, I was one of the main pillars who put CKB on the map, on the world stage.
True.
To take it to the next level. And what I need for myself is focused individual training. So I've made the decision to leave CKB for my own reasons. And yeah, I'll leave it at that.
There it is. I wonder, where does Izzy go? Someone said Wade looks like Izzy. Okay, buddy. Where does Izzy go next? What do you think? This is Cope. Here's the reality of when fighters that are a little long in the tooth start talking about changing camps, it usually means we're close to the end. That's very sad, and time does fly, but that's usually a, last-ditch effort to revitalize your career. Let me change camps. That's usually when it's over, dude. That's usually when it's over. Seen it too many times where guys try to remake themselves, get with a new team, and it's not a bad idea. It's just the thing they're missing at that point is it's not the team, it's them, But neither here nor there. Someone said street beefs. Him versus, what's the guy's name? Death sentence. Him versus death sentence next. Timestamp the presser. No, I don't know what that means. I don't even know how to do that. When the presser starts, I'll let you know, though. Volk's Gym? Maybe. Mighty Mouse is friends with both those guys? What, both Death Sentence and Izzy? He can make the fight. He can make it happen. They're doing the Hall of Fame right now, the UFC is as well. Check this out. We got Dominic Cruz getting his announcement. Dom Cruz. DJ. WDJ. It's not really the gold jacket, but the gold line jacket. Got Chris Weidman on stage. Is Chris Weidman a rightful Hall of Famer? Not saying he shouldn't be, but world champion, World champ. Not the longest reigning or anything, but one-time world champ. If you become a world champion, are you automatically a Hall of Famer? Is that how it works? Knocked out Silva, yes. It was a big win, no doubt. Weidman's more of a pioneer than a Hall of Famer. I don't know about pioneer. What does that mean, pioneer? Bro, Wade, give it a rest. I'm just asking a question. What do you mean shitting on people? Holy fuck. Get your panties out of your ass crack. I'm asking a question. Man said, bro, give it a rest. You're always hating. I'm not hating. I'm just asking. I don't know if he is. He wasn't the only one to lobby for MMA in New York. Y'all are acting like that was the reason that MMA got into New York. You want to know who the real reason MMA got into New York? I'm so negative. I have not said one negative thing all stream. Your pissy pants bitch ass comes in and starts crying, dude. Holy fuck. All I asked was a question about Chris Weidman. Oh, you're so negative. The real reason they finally got the ball over the line in New York was because, one, Dana White had been doing it for years, trying to get in New York. And two, the Conor McGregor show was coming to town. Do we not remember that essentially the entire reason they had it? No offense to Chris Weidman, but the big head honcho was the Mac. Bro, yes, he beat Silva twice, Machida, Vitor. Yes, cool. But again, I'm starting to think the UFC's Hall of Fame is not as selective as I'd want a Hall of Fame to be. But then again, it's a new league, newish, New-ish league. The Silva win is the reason he's in, I think. More so than the Machida defense or Vitor. Because Vitor at that point is not Vitor that, I mean, young Vitor, TRT Vitor. That's a different Vitor he beat. Yo, we got a new member? Tyler King, thank you. Welcome to the Way Concept Media Team, babe. I'm not saying he definitely shouldn't be in there, but I'm just raising the question. Like, of the other members that got in, I have no problem with DJ getting in. Of course, no brainer. Cruz, no brainer. Joanna, no brainer. You know what I'm saying? These are no brainers to me. Chris is just the one I'm kind of like, You know? Oh, did Joanna get in for, her fight? Okay, with Whaley. Okay, that makes sense. Why do y'all keep saying I got a foot fetish, dude? What the hell? Do we count Bisping then if Chris is deserving? Do we count Bisping then Chris is deserving? No. Oh, if Bisping gets in, then Chris is deserving? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I just wonder what the cutoff is. Like, I'm pretty sure Cerrone's going to get in if he's not in already, right? Like, Donald Cerrone's probably going to get in. Never was a champ. Dustin Poirier is going to get in. Never was a champ. You know? So, that's just going to happen. And he's still my boy. One of the weirdest things that's ever happened. So, Cerrone's already in? Okay. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, Cerrone, does he really deserve to be in? I know he fought a lot. Well, fight-specific ones make sense. I'm talking about as an individual. If you have a Hall of Fame-worthy fight, that's one thing. But as an individual. Oh, good boy, eating all your food. It's a good boy. That's a good boy. Uh-huh. Okay, go hang out with mama. Wade can slice pepperoni with his turd cutter. Okay, you have to stop talking about my turd cutter. Wade, are you going to watch are you going to watch Spider-Man? Yeah, I will be watching Spider-Man. Yo, Beast, thank you for the 5. Brock Lesnar was champ. Yep. Brock Lesnar was champ. Both of those resumes are deserving. I mean, dude, I just think if we get to the point where we have people that lasted a long time in the UFC to become Hall of Famers, then I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like you got to have some accolades, some world titles to be in the Hall of Fame. But then again, it's a small league. It's very new, so it is what it is. Like Chael Sonnen, yeah. Will Bilal get in? Yeah. Will Jack Della Maddalena get in? Will some of these champs that are like one-time champs get in? Someone said Jim Miller. That's another one. I'm like, fuck, man. Kind of contradict myself, but I feel like Jim Miller should be in, but then at the same time, why? If Cerrone's not in, why is Jim Miller in for me, I don't know. Who is this Turkey guy? Dude, I don't know. He's always going crazy in the chat. You can make a water slide on Wade's shoulders. The water slide is between your mother's legs, okay, buddy? When I'm at home. When I come over, that's where the water slide is, big boy. All right? Don't ever get it mistaken. Don't you ever get it mistaken, me. All right. Someone said, whoa. That made no sense. Okay. All right. Just ask her. Ask her about me. Here's Conor walking around in the UFC PI. What's a chill unk? Why can y'all say the craziest shit when I say it back? All of a sudden, it's chill unk. Conor's trying to work on grappling sequences. Very interesting. Underhooks, getting his arm free. Working off the cage, mate. Just in case Holloway tries to take me down, mate. Look at me sliding. Gliding and sliding on my broken leg. It's a titanium shin bone, I'll tell you. Barefoot in the suit's kind of crazy. You don't put shoes on the mat, dude. That's rule number 1. Damn! Dean the Great getting smacked up by his coach?
Ooh.
Damn! Come on, see.
Ooh.
What the fuck was that?
Coach said, the fuck was that?
You got rolled, man.
Yeah. What happened?
You be alright.
Well, he ain't get on it. Get on it, nigga.
Yo, AV's stomach is fucking insane. I think he needs to go to a hospital and get whatever the alcohol is left in his stomach pumped out. He needs a stomach pump, dude. That stomach build with the rest of him being somewhat decently athletic still is insane. That's so crazy. Gable Stevenson versus Josh Hokett in the future. I can't be the only one that sees it. Yeah, well, that's definitely going to happen. I think Hokett is going to at least ascend to the belt. I don't know if he'll beat Tom Aspinall or whoever has the belt, Cyril Gane at that point, for the belt. But I think he's going to get to the belt. And then I think Gable Stevenson's just a matter of years away from getting there himself. So I think that fight naturally will happen at some point. I just don't know when or you know, any of that. Obviously, Gable's the better wrestler. We're going to see Saturday if Gable has any striking relative to the big show, right? Not the well, but in the UFC. He looks good on the regional scene. Let's see how his striking looks in the UFC. Well, it's the big show. It's the big bad show tonight. Wade, step foot in Ohio, you'll be a thing of the past. Okay, thanks for that. Y'all keep bigging up Walter Walker. I mean, granted, he's a great submission artist, but I'm not a believer as like the highest level, dude. Thank you for the 2. No message. They call my aunt the big show. That's seems like something you should probably keep private. Okay. Here is, what is this? I don't know why people on Twitter post like this, but just post the video. What is this shit? Why put the poster in there? And a poster that's dog shit. But here's Gaethje talking about Max Holloway potentially being his next title defense.
This Saturday's main
Walter Walker. Did I say Walker?
event, Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway, has title implications. I know it's at welterweight. Maybe
Copyright?
someone could jump the queue.
Maybe.
You are not the matchmaker, but is there a fighter who you think, after Saturday's results, whether it's Max or Conor, someone else in the division, who's done the work, who's most deserving of the title shot?
I mean, on paper, probably not. You know, I guess if Max wins, he would have the most.
More than Oliveira?
Well, is Oliveira fighting this weekend?
No, but I mean, like, if Max wins, do you think he gets that?
You asked me about
Sassy Justin.
And the implications it has, I guess.
Yeah, I'm saying the only fight this weekend that could have implications if Max Holloway wins, he being that I fought and beat Ilia Topuria beat him, but I beat Ilia Topuria, he would, you know, since he has a win over me, knock me out, he would probably have the best chance or stance for title claim when it comes to after this weekend. Conor McGregor, I can't see. On paper, there's no way anything would make sense for him to fight for the championship. However, he's Conor McGregor, and he's the UFC, so crazy shit can happen always.
I think Justin still wants that Conor fight. Hold on one second. Oh, but you guys stay out for now. Be out in a second. Yeah, Justin CTE is going to be insane. But are we just acting like Arman Sarukian doesn't exist all of a sudden? Are we just acting like he doesn't exist? Is he the actual boogeyman? What do we mean, what makes sense? What makes sense is Arman Sarukian. Armin's a streamer. Because Armin didn't do the backup role, they're not going to give him the shot. That's crazy to me. Armin just doesn't fight. Well, I mean, he was supposed to be the title challenger, not Justin Gaethje. I think he should have come in and weighed in as the backup. And I guess because he's not doing that, or because he didn't do that at the White House, the UFC's like passing him over, which is crazy to me. Phil Top Toro. What do you think? Ilya and Armin fighting for the opportunity to get back to the belt? That's a possibility as well. Some of these pictures on Twitter, I can't even show them on stream. What the fuck am I looking at? Someone made an AI picture of Conor when he had his dick pic leaked, bro. What are we doing? A sausage of a ting. Do you reckon Conor or Max gas out due to weight? There's a clip of Conor on that Chael Sonnen and Ian Parker show talking about how he felt disrespected. People thought he would gas, or that Max is going to take him into deep waters. But I don't even know why he felt like that, because that's happened to Conor. I was just, like, before we started stream, I was just rewatching the Conor versus Nate Diaz 2 fight. And Conor's tired after round 1. I'm like, dude, you get tired quickly. It's not a secret. You get tired very quickly. So if anybody's going to gas at 70, I know it's Max's first time there, so maybe that can happen. But, I mean, Conor's probably going to gas. Conor's probably going to gas before Max does. Someone said, Wade, take me to deep waters. All right, bro. Wade looking for the real leaks. No, I'm not, dude. All right, we got 13 minutes until press conference time, baby. 13 minutes. Now, it's only going to be, is it going to be everybody on the card, or is it just going to be co-main and main, I think? I hope it's just co-main and main. No offense to anybody. Bro, Cody Garbrandt is on this card this weekend. Adrian Yanez and Cody Garbrandt. 30-something-year-old Cody, dude. Insane. One fight, 3 years. Well, again, I'm not saying that Arman shouldn't have been more active, but I thought it was his title fight at the White House. Again, you need an American, I get that. But Gaethje really made no sense for that shot. Even though the only thing you could really say is Gaethje fights. So, maybe. Cody, the one-fight wonder. Don't disrespect Cody Garbrandt by calling him the one-fight wonder. That man was on the Josh Hokett streak before the TJ Dillashaw fights. All right? He went from unranked to champ in a year, bro. I think Conor can win under 3 rounds. Yeah, I think that's probably the most likely way of him winning this fight. I think that's, if you're betting, man, you say, okay, Conor won. He probably won by knockout in the first or second round. But if it goes past that and we're into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, then Max's chance exponentially gets better, I think. Bro, stop spamming. Good Lord. I'm going to have to fucking ban you now. Good God. Like, do we not have fathers? Do we not have fathers? Do we not have parents? Fucking hell. It's like I have to babysit this chat because no one knows how to act. My Lord. Is that the reaction you wanted? Now you don't get to type. You fucking moron. Wade, who do you think the UFC would want as champ of each division in their most ideal world? Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Eat, maybe. In the heavyweight division, I think right now in the UFC's ideal world, the biggest name in the division, even though he's retired, is John Jones. But do they want an old John Jones? Probably not. So Alex Pereira probably at heavyweight. At light heavyweight, fuck me, dude. I don't know, to be honest. At light heavyweight, y'all are going to say Yuri or somebody, but I genuinely don't know. Like, Yuri's not a massive draw. He's just a weird dude. You know what I mean? It's not like some crazy massive draw. But no one really is at light heavyweight, you know? I guess Yuri, maybe Paulo Costa, if they wanted to you know, have a star. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Paulo Costa. At middleweight, I think Sean Strickland's probably their best. That sounds crazy, but Sean Strickland's probably the biggest name they could have at middleweight right now. So that works out kind of perfect for them. At welterweight, yeah, Islam makes the most sense name-wise. I think at 155, Ilya Topuria would be their best option. At 45, yeah, I think Volk is probably the right guy. At 35, they'd probably want Sean O'Malley to be the champ. Yeah, they'd probably want Sean as their champ at 35 right now, if the UFC had it their way. And at 25, I don't even know, dude. Van is probably he's a good option. No one in 25's entire weight division is making any noise, so it doesn't really matter. Manel Kape is not like changing the game as a champion at 25. I'm talking game changers who can move the needle, because that's ultimately the UFC wants to make money, right? I know Manel Kape's good, but he's not changing. He's not moving the needle. He's not. He's just not. Why do you keep saying the UFC would want Chimaev as their light heavyweight champ? So you're taking Chimaev out of the middleweight division and just sticking him at light heavyweight? I mean, if we're doing that, then okay, yeah, sure. All right. You know, I'm down with it, but wait, if you turn up in Missouri, you're getting reduced to a concept. Okay. Gable the loophole. Stevenson. Y'all are dumb, bro. Shut up. What do I think is next for Shakur Stevenson after the Zuffa move? I think he's going to fight Devin Haney next. That's what I think. Thoughts on the idea of Aaron Pico and Kevin Viejo? I don't know what Aaron Pico's doing right now, but anytime he fights, he scares me. Vallejos? I forgot how you do the double L's. Kayla Harrison kills O'Malley. All right, we're not doing this. We're not doing this thing. We did it yesterday. People got on to me for saying the women shouldn't be on a pound-for-pound list, and people got pissy with me. If Gable gets stiffened out cold, what would that would make my evening? So we have a lot of Gable Stevenson hate watchers in the chat, yeah? Aaron Pico, Diego Lopez. That might be the worst idea for Aaron Pico right now. Ban Tate fan. Who is Tate fan? Oh, he's just spamming the same thing? Yeah. You got to hold that. No female beating a man. Stop it. Dude, people got upset at me for saying this yesterday. Why do people want Gable to fail? Because he was accused of rape. I think that's the big thing with Gable Stevenson. I don't know how, again, credible, incredible, or uncredible, not incredible, uncredible the allegations are, but obviously it's serious anytime anyone's accused. Was he supposed to be in the WWE? Yeah, he was supposed to be. He tried out for the NFL. He kind of did the Brock Lesnar thing. He tried out for the NFL. He was in the WWE for a bit, and now he's in MMA. The Incredible Hogan. What happened to Yair Rodriguez? Dude, I want to see Yair Rodriguez and Diego Lopez, and that fight just refuses to happen. They both refuse. They will fight each other at press conferences. They will say the nastiest shit about each other, but they won't fight each other. So, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, mate. They're pretty incredible allegations. It's incredible, let me tell you. It's incredible. Let me tell you. 7 p.m. Yes, 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. We just got to stop the accused of rape and acting like it's okay or they deserve a platform. So, the only thing I would push back on, and this is not me, I don't want people to think that I'm like sexist W.A.D.E or like we don't believe women W.A.D.E. I don't know these situations. These allegations, the Conor McGregor allegations, and not even allegations, he was charged civilly liable for rape. Can't really get around that. That's a bad one. Conor says he's innocent. Civil court said otherwise. Criminal court didn't prosecute, right? They threw the case. So make of that what you will. But when we say allegations, we don't have to, like, those aren't charges, right? Let's not talk about that one, yeah? So, especially for Gable Stevenson, again, I don't know the facts of the situation, but accusations don't always mean there is no charge in the civil case. Well, you're held civilly liable. It's the same kind of, you're essentially not charged, but guilty. Right? So, he's got to pay some money, but it's a little bit different, obviously. I don't know how the court system works in Ireland, but civil cases are not anywhere near the same levity or evidence provided, evidence needed as criminal cases here in the United States, right? Like having someone civilly liable for stuff is more so just I wouldn't say a money play, but it's, you're going to have to pay a bunch of money. So, it's not like Conor was criminally charged with rape. But at the same time, like, I don't know, dude. It's so difficult to even know what the facts of everything were. They went through the case. Conor tried to appeal it in civil court, and they wouldn't let him, or he lost the appeal. Civil cases are easier to win. But, again, I don't know. The Gable Stevenson one I need to look into. I've seen bits and pieces, and it doesn't look great. But, the Irish don't support Conor in this situation with the civil case. That says it all. Well, again, I'm not trying to defend Conor, but I don't know. I've heard that the case was a big reason that Ireland flipped on him, on top of the other stuff that was already happening. But what did Conor say? The truth. If the world's against the truth, then I am against the world. I just genuinely don't know what the truth is there. Because then on the other side, like, bro was, the girl was like all over him and they were kissing and hugging and she, I don't know. I don't know. Now, the Gable one, I haven't looked into as much. She was a cokehead. So, yeah, again, he said yesterday, Conor said, while at the media scrum, he was like, there's a reason they didn't go to criminal court with it. And what he was essentially alluding to is that she wanted money. Or it was the reason the criminal courts threw it out. So, she was a cokehead and Conor's clean, I guess. No, I'm not saying that. But I just am like, it is what it is. He's held civilly liable. That means people are for sure, always and forever, until if he's ever able to get it looked at again in reverse or whatever, they're going to call him a rapist forever. Shut up, Joe, you little fool. The CCTV footage ruined her story, and her friend said she lied. See? I don't know. She even released a book, Crazy Grift. A book on what? All right, I'm going to mute this. I'm not going to mute it, but I'm going to mute so you guys can't. But the press conference is live, but they're just on a screen right now. I'm not showing the presser. That'll get my channel banned. The UFC does not fuck around with this kind of stuff, buddy. How to be a wag? There's no way that's what she fucking made a book on. The burden of proof is much lower in civil court. I mean, it's lower in every civil court. Ireland, United States, if it's a civil case, you're talking about criminal charges completely off the books. And we're talking about like financial restitution and all of that. What do you mean, boo, dude? This is my livelihood. I don't come to your job and be like, hey, fucking break the rules and get fired for me. Yo, appreciate it. Rick, thank you, dude. Max is getting slept inside that ring, inside that octagon. Does Kick have a UFC partnership? It seems like Rampage and Dean the Great, the UFC probably reached out to them. I'm going to be dead honest. I don't pull the numbers they pull, so it makes sense. But are they just going to be watching it on their channels? Let me see. Rampage is at a desktop, but I don't know that he's going to be showing it, so I don't know. Let's see. Press conference is starting right now on the UFC's channel. Is it just ads? Yeah, right now they're showing Power Slap. They're showing Power Slap ads, dude. I'm not showing it on my channel. Don't worry. I'm just letting you guys know. I don't know about the whole UFC membership thing. I don't know. Oh my God, dude. They're running Power Slap from the Cosmopolitan. That's insane. Do you think MMA fighters' CTE cases will be more severe in the future compared to boxing? I don't know. I don't know, dude. I'll tell you this. I have even started to think about my own potential brain health. And I don't mind telling you guys this. I am probably going to go and start doing some hyperbaric chamber stuff just because, you know, I played football for 17 years and then boxed. It was only one boxing match, but still, dude, if you really look into CTE, and we joke about it, and you know, life moves on. It is what it is. Everybody's got their own problems, but the stats on football is insane. And I'm not trying to, you know, some days I wake up with headaches and stuff, and I'm not trying to play that game. So I'm going to go and do like a heavy dose of hyperbaric chamber, I think. I seem fine, yeah, but you never know when it's going to hit or what's going to happen, you know what I mean? You just never know. Hello, Wade. Which fight would you rather see? Khabib versus GSP or John Jones versus Francis Ngannou? John Jones, Francis Ngannou for sure. For sure. The heavyweights, come on now. Like, I would have loved to have seen GSP and Khabib, but John Jones, Francis it should have happened. Look into NMN. Yeah, I'm definitely heard about that as well. The CTE concept. Bro, they cut open like these guys that died that were NFL football players. They cut open like 111 of their brains after death, and 110 of them had CTE, dog. Like, it's almost an inevitability if you play football for long enough. So I am going to go try to do what I can to take care of it if it's possible. You guys should look into, I'm not going to tell you guys what to do. You know, we're all adults here, but anecdotally, there is some decent evidence behind hyperbaric chamber stuff. All right, we're live, baby. I got to, like, exit out of some of these screens. I got way too many screens open. Well, I put my son in football, no shot. They said Aaron Hernandez had the worst case they'd ever seen. at his age. So they're introducing Benoit Saint-Denis. What people don't realize about CTE is it's not about the biggest concussions. It's about the subconcussive blows. The subconcussive blows that, you take. It's not the big ones, the big concussions. Those obviously matter, but it's the ones you don't notice. Hell, look at the size of the crowd. Yeah, man, he's still the bread, mate. A huge crowd. He's still the bread. Wade Rampage is streaming it. Damn. Lucky mother suckers. Max Holloway. Most linemen? Yeah, they're actually, linemen are the ones that have the most incidents of it, they find, yeah. Crowd gonna scream for Conor? Oh, yeah, dude. Why is my camera going this way? People are on their feet. Oh, my Lord. Conor's coming in with the double-breasted suit. One hand in the pocket. Swag, dude. Aura. Oh, my goodness. And the family is there, too. They showed Conor's family. Wow, dude. Conor brought his own custom belts. Those ones we saw yesterday, they put them on the table for him. And it's got the old UFC logo, the old belt logos on them, not the new ones. All right, here we go. It's crazy to see, dude. He's fired up. He's fired up. Oh, they're asking him about Max drowning him in deep waters. Conor said he's not dragging him to deep waters because he's a big boy. Oh, Max is getting booed. Of course, right? Oscar Will is trying to rile him up. I like it. Max said he dropped Conor in the last fight. Conor said, "You didn't touch me the last time. You're not touching me this time." Yeah, Conor's fully back, dude. He's reveling in this. He didn't, seem like himself necessarily in the media this week, but in these press conference settings, bro. Patty gets a question. The crowd's getting with him. Okay, Patty. Yeah, 100K watching already. It's 130,000 concurrent watching on the UFC's channel. It's wild, dude. Only 4 for the presser? Yeah, I think this is a good idea. No need to have every single person on the card. More time for Conor and Max to have questions, and then the odd question for Paddy and Benoit Saint Denis. He said it's good to get the second biggest pop behind Conor because Conor's obviously going to get the big one. Holy ears on Benoit Saint Denis, dude. How do you even hear out of those things? W.A.D.E, are you listening? Okay, I'm not doing the second part. KO by literal flying knee. You think so? My man is shaking asking Conor this question. Shaking. Conor was asked a question about Ian Gary, and he just completely ignored it for the most part. Oh, that's cute. Got the family there. Conor Jr. Damn, I didn't know he had another one. I know he had 3. I didn't know he had 4. The big boss. Yeah, bro, this live number is going crazy right now. $150,000 people watching this live. Wild. 61K on TikTok? Oh, yeah, they're killing it all over the place. The Machado fella. Conor acted like he didn't know who Ian Gary was. That's kind of crazy. A little spite there from Conor? A little spite? Conor said he's coming in like a missile. I believe him. That first round's going to be hell, dude. Imagine someone ask him about his case in front of his kids. Bro, they would fucking throw this person out of Las Vegas if someone asked about his sexual assault right now. There's no shot. The balls you'd have to ask him about that right now in front of his wife and kids, dog. That would be insane. He'd throw his chair. Dana would go out in the crowd and grab the man up by the scruff of the chest. Conor said he's going to eliminate Max from the rankings. He's the last opponent of Conor's that's still left. Asking legal questions during pressers. Next level. Ah. A little evil. That's old school. He called Max a little evil. That's like Max's first nickname as an MMA fighter. That's crazy. Conor always does his research. He talks like he's reading a script. Yeah, Conor definitely has some planned things he wants to say in these. It was a nod to Jens? Yeah, it was. Because I think Max has said many times about his fandom of Jens. Do you think he would talk more shit if his kids weren't there? Maybe. But, I mean, he's still fired up. Conor just said he would meet Max in the point down if Max does it. Dana just announced that they have the biggest gate in UFC history this weekend. Crazy. Yeah, the ticket prices were insane for this one, for sure. It's not like they sold any more tickets than normal. It's the T-Mobile. They're going to sell the same amount of tickets, but the prices were fucking crazy. You think his family there is a media stunt? No, Conor said he wanted his family there. Yeah, the place is sold out. It's been sold out for months. Shit's going to hit 200K? Yeah, it is. If they let it go long enough, it will. They're not going to do a fight in Dublin. I don't think they're going to do a fight in Dublin for Conor. They asked him about Oasis. Yeah, I was going to say, here it is. Start singing it. Conor leading the crowd to Wonderwall. That's awesome. Oh, man. He was killing it. He's asking Fatty why didn't he back him up with the singing. Oh, my Lord. We don't get this shit anymore. This, for you guys that didn't see it, For y'all that came in 2019 and 2020, this was it, man. This is what, not Wonderwall, but this dude captivated us. He's back, dude. God, I missed it. That shit's still real to me. Facts, bro. 10 years later. It's crazy. It's crazy. I told you, it's going to hit 200K. The press conference is on right now, guys. Ooh. So the reporter asked Conor the question about Max getting... The reporter asked Conor about Max saying Max will give Conor the rematch in December after he wins. And Conor said he thought that was an economics answer. He's here for cash. I'm going to retire him. And then Max said he don't know how to swim. I'm going to drown him. I like it. I like it. Both of them confident. Both of them ready. I know, Max always with the we're going to find out Saturday night. Yeah.
Stuck a little bed in the gym and I've been living in the gym, literally, at the place of practice. So in order for me to exit the gym, I had to walk across the mats, put in a session. No travel, no traffic. Right in the
Dana's such an asshole.
hungry lines around me. For a spot in my position.
It does feel like sometimes Dana's annoyed with questions at a press conference. It's so weird. He gets annoyed that people ask him stuff. Mm.
I can destroy Max inside 10 seconds. I have knockouts inside 3 seconds on my fighting record.
It's true.
I have Hall of Fame fighters, multiples, Hall of Fame UFC fighters, defeated and destroyed, both together in under a minute. I can add Max to that. However, don't get it twisted. We go into these waters, it's going to be in a lot of badly concussed. First time. In the first time. What happened the first time? Yeah. You were left in a wheelchair. That's what happened the first time.
Mm.
Once you go back, you don't go back. You said fights don't even count if you don't knock people out. You left the arena in Boston. Wheelchair bound. I wheelchair bound instead of that octagon. You're lying, brother.
He's back, dude. He's back, dog. They asked Conor, the guy said, I think your path to victory is within 5 to 7 minutes. Probably accurate. Conor said, I can end him in 10 seconds. And then Max said, well, what happened last time? And Conor said, you left in a wheelchair. Oh, God. Buddy, shut the fuck up.
Never be a victim of your circumstances. Overcome them. And on Saturday night, I'm going to show the world you too can do the same.
I know deep down Max is spooked. I don't think Max is spooked. This face-off I want to see, though. I want to see this face-off. Essentially. I can't even talk, bro. He's fucking on it today. He's back, dog. Conor basically told Max to say thank you for bringing this big fight to the 9th island, courtesy of the Emerald Isle. Yo, Dana is a dick. God. Hey, if I'm behind, don't spoil it in the chat, you fuck. Religious Conor. He asked him about Ian Gary again. Bro, he keeps taking shots at Ian Gary. No problemo, as they say in Brazil. That's so funny. That's so funny, bro. The fact that he was that quick with it is awesome. Calling him a fake Irishman. That's so funny. No problemo, as they say in Brazil. Yeah, dude, this thing is killing right now. 220,000 people live. Max don't want to be there. You can tell he don't fuck with him. Yeah, listen, I don't know if Conor really likes Ian. What? He almost lost the scoop? Conor has not wanted to talk about his negotiations and fight talks with the UFC. Dana is fucking pissed at these reporters, dude. They asked him about Conor's contract. He's like, yeah, let's talk about it right now. What the hell? He's pissed. Yeah, me and you, buddy. $250,000 in the presser's crazy, I know. It's a dumb question. I mean, it's not the right setting for that question. Mr. Tasty Shots. Floyd betting his last watch on Max. Oh, they're going to end it right now? Pop, pop, pop. This face-off's going to hit, buddy. Conor said that a couple times, this, proving it to myself stuff. Oh, let's see this face-off. Let's see this face-off. Yeah, Max was done with it. Max was done with it, dude. It's a different world at this way. It's a different press conference when I'm here. Who's got the biggest what? Benoit Saint Denis gets a pound from Conor there. Conor's looking across backstage at the other side. I wonder if he's looking around there at Max. Do you think, who is Sulfa? You mean Zuffa? Yeah, Conor's like looking across the other side. I don't know if he's looking at Max or who he's looking for or what he's looking at. But he's doing that old thing that Conor used to do, man. Like when he would look to the other side at the other fighter, dude. Oh, Max has got a kick vest on. Okay, that's a little bit of a different... He's got like a bulletproof vest he's going to wear out to the face-offs here. Very interesting. Dr. Disrespect looking ass. Yeah, I don't know. He put on a kick.com vest. All right. Hey, Dana better be on his... Dana's got the weirdest look going on right now. He's got a dress shirt tucked into skinny jeans. He better be on his P's and Q's because these face-offs with Conor don't give a fuck. He will push, he will shove, he'll kick. You got to be on your P's and Q's here. Dana allowing that? I guess so. It's just whatever. Here comes Conor and Max. And yep, they get straight stuck into it. Conor takes the glasses off of Max. Gets right in his face. Woo! He said, get your hand out of my face. Conor already slapped his hand out of his face, dude. Woo! Good Lord. Oh, my. Now, Max is switched on now. Max has got his face tension flying. Oh, Lord. Hey. What did we say? Conor came in, swooped through the glasses, and they both went, it's good, it's good, it's fine, it's fine. Got face to face, forehead to forehead. And then they separated, tried to come back, and Conor slapped his hands. Did you get your hands out of my face? Jeez. And then Max got switched on, and he was ready. Oh, man. You don't get it anywhere else. You don't get it anywhere else. I'm telling you, you don't. And by the way, yeah, Max looked pretty fucking big there. I'm not going to lie. Max looked big. Oh, I can't wait to make this video. This video is going to be sick, dude. But wow, there it was. There it is, and there it was. Never seen Max angry before. He looks pissed. No, he looked like, I mean, maybe pissed, whatever, but more so it's just that what Conor just brings it out of you, dude. That intensity, you don't get that anywhere else, that feeling. You just don't get it anywhere else. Wow, that's a damn good face-off. And you know why it's a good face-off? Because that's real intensity. That's real, like, you can't fake that, dude. That's what Conor is. When you strip away all the money and the fame and the suits and all of that, Conor, at his core, that's what he is. I don't remember where it was when Conor said it, but he was like, you guys think I'm a celebrity. You guys think I'm one of these athlete celebrities. I am a fighter. What'd he say? I bounce shin bones on foreheads. And you don't get to see it a lot because Conor hasn't been around a lot. But that right there is a reminder. For you guys that didn't see him before he had money, when he was on the come up in the UFC, that's the guy we fell in love with. Man, Max was actually pissed. I mean, I kind of would be too because he fucking threw his glasses into like the 40th row, dude. And he did it in one swoop. He said, phew, get them shades off. Conor wanted him pissed, of course. That's part of the mind games. Listen, I'm not saying it matters in the fight because I don't think it does. But even when we go back, right, when we go back and look at how Conor performed in the Dustin Poirier press conferences, his hands were quick, dude. Conor didn't feel like he won the mental games in those press conferences. And I'm not trying to sell you on the fact that Conor's going to win this fight. I'm going to do my prediction probably in the video I'm about to make. But what I will say is I haven't felt like Conor has won the mental games in a press conference in a while. I'm not saying Max is rattled, any of that, but Conor did exactly what he wanted to do in this presser. He kind of sunned Max in the presser a little bit, talked it down to him, did exactly what he wanted to, interrupted him, and then at the face-to-face, snatched his glasses after Max had a wardrobe change. Hey, I got my fun little kick vest on, and Conor sunned him again. He wasn't, doing 40 billion lines of research and spewing out governmental connections and talking about people's wives. He was just articulate, to the point, little shots at Max, like calling him a little evil, taking shots at Ian Gary, and then doing the whole, like, face-off. No, we're good. Boom, slapping the hand again. Like, just making Max react to a lot of different things. No, we're good. We're good. Okay, get back to boom. And then it's intense again, like. All that being said, Max is a favorite for a reason here. Conor's still 5 years out of the game, but I don't know, man. He's kind of convincing me he can do it. Man. Maybe he can. I'm watching it now. Dana said, get him out of here. I'm gonna replay it. So Conor immediately takes the glasses and yoinks them, dude. So get them shits. And Max didn't even flinch. Max didn't even try to get him back. He took him off. Then Conor went forehead to forehead with Max, and Max tries to push him back. So again, more reactions from Max. And Dana says, no. And then Max says, we're good. Tries to handshake Conor. Conor's not shaking his hand. Then they come back together again. And Conor immediately smacks his hand. It's fine. Bang. And he said, get the hand out of my face. Yeah, Max is doing a lot of reacting, a lot of mirroring, dude. I'm just saying. And Max said, let's go, boy. And then Max lets out a massive scream. And he's looking back at Conor, and he kind of gets a little get up in his step. I'm just saying. Max doing a lot of reacting. He's doing a lot of reacting, doing a lot of mirroring. Like, Conor takes the glasses off, gets forehead to forehead with Max, and then Max tries to push him back, right? Max tries to, hey, it's good, let's face off, it's good. Conor doesn't shake his hand, slaps his hand. And then Conor level changes in the face-off, and Max wants to level change with him, right? Just does everything Conor's doing. I'm telling you, dude, I don't know. Those glasses ain't cheap. I'll buy and sell you a whole glasses collection, mate. I don't know. If Conor can beat him in the mind games and get Max reactive and get Max to mirror and somehow get that into the fight, boy, that could be a KO. I'm just saying that could be a KO waiting to happen. I'm just saying. Because I'm not looking at like, stuff that can carry on when you're talking about just, the back and forth of the pressers. But the face-offs, those are a little different for me. Especially when you see Max. Conor takes the glasses. Max is kind of frozen. Conor gets forehead to forehead. Then Max comes back alive. Max goes to shake the hand. Conor slaps the hand. And level changes. Max tries to match the level. I don't know. It's interesting. Someone said, do you think Conor held back because his kids were there? No, I don't think that the version you guys saw of Conor McGregor in the Dustin Poirier fights and even in the Khabib fights, that was a very bitter, spiteful, angry Conor McGregor. The Conor we saw tonight was very much the same Conor that we saw in a lot of the buildup. Now, granted, his kids are there. He's probably not trying to curse as much, but this was the Conor McGregor show. This press conference he made about himself. He barely spoke about Max, and when he did, it was more so just to tell Max what he was going to do to him. But it wasn't like in a hateful, spiteful, I want your kids to see you on the canvas knocked out. I'm going to take your wife from you and, whatever. He wasn't doing that. It was more so just self-confidence and belief. This is the Conor that again, we in the on the rise of Conor McGregor, we saw this guy and how much his law of attraction and self-belief carried him through. This is the guy we fell in love with. This is the guy. So it's not like I think he held back because his kids were there. I think it was just more so Conor being Conor again. Max looks kind of scared. No, he doesn't look scared. Max is not scared of Conor McGregor. I just think Max got caught doing a little mirroring a bit reactive. The mental warfare has been a weapon of Conor's for a very long time. A lot of guys get beat before they even step in with Conor. Donald Cerrone, Jose Aldo, Eddie Alvarez, all felt like they were kind of beat before they even stepped in with Conor. Max, I don't think, is one of those guys, but I did see some stuff in that face-off that made me go, hold on a second. Conor's not rattled him, but he's gotten to him a little bit. He's making Max do what he wants him to do. Conor wants Max to relax. Conor wants him to get intense and get mad, take the glasses off, feint at him. That was a good face-off for Conor. Will it matter in the fight? I don't know. But that was the guy that captivated us, man. I've seen people online, that was the worst Conor press conference. Some of you guys are kids that want to see kick streaming, personal insult, whatever. That's not what Conor was, and that's not what made him great. What made him great was a delusional self-belief that became magnetic, that we question at first and went, there's no way that guy's going to do what he says he's going to do. And then he goes out and does it. And what better way to do that than off 5 years out of the sport to come back as an underdog against that guy, Max Holloway, who for all intents and purposes, the most active, the most dangerous guy he could have picked. I mean, maybe not he could have picked. He could have picked Carlos Pradas. But this is what Conor McGregor made a living on. This is why he became who he was. So you can say it's theatrics, but trust me when I tell you, it may not go his way. But this was the Conor that everybody called the Joker. The Joker's done it again. The Joker's all talk. You guys may not remember this, but I remember how many people slept on him in the Jose Aldo fight. I remember it. Like, it was not even a thought. Fighters, media, everybody was like, Conor's about to go get embarrassed in this fight. No one believed he was winning that fight. Out cold. Eddie Alvarez, the story had changed by then. By then, Conor was already the W.A.D.E, you know? But I'm telling you, it was kind of like that in the Chad Mendes fight, really, because people were like, oh, it's a wrestler, short notice, but it's a wrestler. Conor's not going to be able to fight a wrestler. I feel like Conor will be too wild against Max. I don't think so. I think he'll have a great, like, he'll be explosive, but I don't think he'll be wild. I think he'll be explosive, though. I feel like Conor mentally is 99% back, but sadly, I don't think physically his body can hold up for 5 rounds if needed. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree. I think that 5 rounds goes to Max. But how do I see it playing out? Stay tuned. I'm going to drop a video probably in the next couple of hours if I can get it recorded. And it won't be like a crazy edit for me to make. I'm just going to talk, essentially, to the camera. And I'm going to have my editor make a thumbnail for me. But, hey, appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for watching. This is going to be insane, dude. This fight is going to be insane. I think we're going to go live tomorrow morning for official weigh-ins just so we make sure everybody gets weighed in and everything's good. And then, you know, on we go on Saturday. But make sure you guys check out this video. Dude, McGregor pissed you off that bad? What do you mean? Make sure you guys check out this video I'm about to drop. I'm hopefully going to drop it in the next couple of hours. But man, the Mac is back. Oh shit, we have to watch this real quick. Real fucking quick, dude. You can't copyright us for this one. Oh, hold on. Look at this shit. Get them shits out of here.
Hey.
He said, let's go.
It's fine. Don't on me face.
It's fine. It wasn't even in Conor's face, dude. It was just there. He sees it, eliminates it. Hit the camera.
Get him out of there, boy.
Yeah, man. By the way, this is how Conor's going to start the fight. This is him going to the middle of the octagon right away. I guarantee it. He's going to walk straight to the middle like that. Because one thing that Conor does very well, and also we don't see a lot of, is Conor fighting on the front foot. He keeps himself from going backward. Conor is not the greatest with continuous pressure. Now, the Jose Aldo fight, he caught him going backward, but Conor is better, far better, on the front foot, dude. Someone said full stadium for a presser. That's what Conor brings. The weigh-ins tomorrow are going to be insane. But all right. Let me get out of here. You think the high kick to start the fight? I hope he doesn't throw his bad leg high kick. I don't want to see him kick really at all with that leg, but he probably will. Spinning back kick to the stomach, teep kick, something like that. But yeah, I'm going to go record this. It'll be a press conference breakdown, final predictions for the entire card. So stay tuned. Let's get this one going. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning live for the weigh-ins, the official weigh-ins. Until then,
hey, pound it,
y'all. And if you don't get in here tomorrow, if you don't watch this video tonight, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be bad.
Tell them, come on.
Get a couple of
Because it's going to be bad.
Bro, just
it's going to be bad, man.
It's going to be bad for y'all if you don't do that. But anyway, appreciate you for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.